Hey guys, welcome to ES Futures Review. What we're going to do today is what I'm going to start doing all the time, which is going to be a weekly review at least once a week that sums up what were the key zones for the week, what we were looking for, what we got, and what to expect moving forward. So I've already started the process here. We're on a 4 hour chart, and I highlighted this yellow zone that has been very important since Friday, 24th of October, so over a month and a half ago almost. You can see we hit that spot and slow down a little bit before having a crazy gap up. We came back and almost tested it on the 30th before dipping below on the 31st and producing an awesome long. We sold through that zone, but then came back to back test it before producing an even lower low. We came back to back test it again, producing another lower low. And then we even tested it one more time here before coming back up on the 10th of November, pushing through, having some serious acceptance on a higher time frame that's clearly visible here before producing a nice long once again. Sold down on the 13th of Thursday of November and came back to backtest it one more time before selling violently down and producing more lows. At that point, we were far away. We worked on breaking down this level you can see before finally pushing through and coming back to that zone. And that brings us more toward the end of November. We consolidated below this zone, tried popping up, undercut, produced a setup here, tried pushing through again, third time, and a fourth time before finally pushing through, back testing it the fifth time this past Thursday, which was an awesome long as well. So you can clearly see the importance of this level. Moving forward now, getting into next week, we'll definitely be watching the zone, dip and recoveries, failed breakdowns of this clear low that produced almost a 70-point long will definitely be of interest, and we'll be watching that highly. Now let's get into more of a 45-minute chart just to see what was going on this whole week that we just had, the first week of December. You can see, I believe it's called an ascending wedge, how this is going up, and then there's a clear resistance here at the 68.63 level. We sold from there on the 28th of November. We almost tested it again on the 1st of Monday this week. We did test it on Tuesday. We sold from there Wednesday morning, came back Wednesday afternoon to try to push through. We consolidated, produced a couple longs and a couple traps all day Thursday. And then Friday, what do? We undercut that level and produced an awesome long. So you can see now this 68.63 level is highly important going into next week. If that can hold, if some a failed breakdown of this is set up, that could be highly lucrative as we continue to push up forward. If we keep on selling below, depending on how we get there, a dip in recovery or a direct tag of this level could be of importance, but ideally now we'd probably want to see a failed breakdown of this Thursday 215 low. If we keep on selling after that happens, I'm definitely interested in some type of failed breakdown in this vicinity. We might get just these two lows right here. We might not get all the way down there. However, if we can clear all these lows, I'm highly interested in a failed breakdown of last Monday's overnight low. And that pretty much sums up ES during the past week. I'm going to also just review what went down Friday real quick. Very simple. We were sitting on this shelf all morning when I woke up. The only real setup I noticed was this clear low at the trap level. So it couldn't have been picture perfect. We sold down directly hard and fast. No need to rush. One could have played it multiple ways. Could have just went on the dip and recovery of this level since we already knew the importance of it. But because we had this clear defined low that went for 25 points, essentially, let me show you the mindset here real quick, and then we'll be done for this review fairly fast, which I like to do. So I marked this red line because I want to know where the clear low is, and then I'm going to mark what my trigger would be for this failed breakdown of this clear low. Now, if we're going to go with the failed breakdown, this is the process that I had. We lost the low clearly here at 8:45, and we snapped back up right away. In my mind, we're definitely volatile, so I'm definitely hoping to see a move happening very shortly. If you look at a 1 minute, we actually went above the 63 and bounced back off of it from above and then started pushing up. So one really could have went long on the trap here, but because we had a clear low here, no reason not to just wait for the acceptance of a failed breakdown. We didn't really get much acceptance here though. As soon as it went above, it never really came back down. So at that point, we go with a kind of a non-acceptance protocol that I've learned from my mentor. And I'm gonna go to a 1 minute chart to show you what that looks like here, just so you can see in person. This is what I was talking about, the 63 dip and recovery, how we pushed above, came back to back test it, and then started pushing above. You can go long anywhere around 65. But the failed breakdown entry was my green line. We hit it and sat on it for a while, so I wouldn't enter really until we pushed above and held for a minute. So around 9:08 is when I entered, and that went directly awesome to the next level up. Took my 9 points and left a runner for the rest of the day. It doesn't really get much easier than that when we're so bullish and pretty much close to the recent highs. We were only about 20 something points from the recent high. So I'll definitely take that on any day I can. I'll be back with Dow Jones and Euro USD. Have a great day, guys.